Stepdaughter. This time I'm here with Joel, pole dance fan.
It's great to meet you.
I'm very excited to meet you.
Me too. It's the first time I've ever been in a real studio with real poles.
Yes, we got to actually have a pole jam today, and he got to do real brass pole, and now he's just going to be spoiled.
You can see it on my hands.
So, what got you into pole dancing?
It was definitely seeing videos on YouTube. I remember Tara Carino was probably the first person I ever saw. The one with the 2 million views, and just seeing her go around and the hair was whipping around, and I thought, that's just unbelievable.
Yep.
And, then later on I saw some of the more, gymnastic ones like Felix and Red Key 71 or Carol Helms.
How long have you been pole dancing now?
It would have been the summer before the last summer, so coming up this summer it will be 2 years even. And it kind of started almost as a prank. I thought, well, I had to just see if I could do that, and I went to a local, one of the chain hardware stores, and I bought a plumbing fitting, like a plumbing adapter, and I asked my wife to be in a skit, and I was going to walk into the house and say, look, I can build a pole with this. And I said, you just shot in the background. You're not putting a pole up in this house. And that video is still up on YouTube. It's still there. It's called Pole Dance Fan's Wife Lays Down the Law.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. I was doing the last tutorial, and I was putting the steel straps up to hold the pole, and my daughter was holding the camera. And I said, well, now that we built the pole, I'll just have to hang on it and do my first pole dance. And so I just hung from the pole, and we just went 1001, 1002, and that video is still up too. And so that was my first video, and then it just it kept going from there.
Yeah.
It is like an addiction.
It is.
It's hard to explain to people.
Especially when you see other people trying new things, you want to try too.
Right.
So what does your family think about it? Your wife and kids, and do you tell everybody? Or
everybody pretty much knows. I don't talk about it actively, but I don't deny that I do it. So my boss knows about it, and a couple people at work, and obviously my wife knows about it. And because of her job, doesn't really connect herself with it. I don't post pictures with her on Facebook or anything.
But I do remember she bought you like some sort of a crash.
Oh, right, for the anniversary. Yeah, well, I think that was so, I would end up in the hospital. I do have a lot of mats. I'm very heavy. I weigh about 195, 200, after the holidays. So there are peg mats over carpet. I found out that if you go to the sewing store, you can buy scraps of the green foam that they use to make pillows. And the lady there will just give them to you for $3 or $4. Sometimes she'll just give them away. And then on top of that, I had the gymnastic mats.
So do you have a favorite pole move?
Probably the butterfly or the extended butterfly, although I think technically what I do is probably more of an incline V, just because I think technically to be a butterfly, the pole needs to be at your belly and you need to be out, whereas I tend to be over and around. But it's such a big move, it's so expansive, it looks cool, and people see it and they're like, oh yeah, right, and it's probably not as technically difficult once you figure it out as other moves, but it looks impressive.
Yeah. Do you have a move that you despise or you cannot get, your nemesis?
Yes, it's the Cupid, and there's kind of a reason for it, because the release version of the Cupid is called the Princess. And I want to claim that move for guys who pole and give it an alternative name, the Mariner. Because when you're tilted over and you're looking out, you look like a sailor at the top of a mast of a boat looking for land. And I thought, when I get that move, I'm going to post a video, and it's going to be the Mariner, or the Princess for the ladies. But so far, I can't even get the attached version of the move, and I think it's just because I'm not flexible enough.
It takes a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the whole having pole dancing in the Olympics?
I have mixed feelings about it. One of the nicest things about pole is the anarchy and the fact that it is an entirely self-sufficient social system that can be conducted in a studio or online So if you live in the middle of North Dakota or rural Texas, and you want to participate in this community, you can do so. All you need is an inexpensive digital camera from the drugstore, and build a pole, buy a pole, order one from Studio Pina. There you go. And so that's nice. If we have it in the Olympics, it would gain respectability, but then it would become more regimented. And I think we would lose some of the creativity that comes with the anarchy that's there. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see some videos that are out there, but I think that's good. I really do think that's a good thing. But definitely, if it were in the Olympics, then it would have that patina or that glow of respectability.
Right.
And there's no doubt that the way belly dance was in the 50s or the 60s, it was seen as something obscene or inappropriate. That's kind of a problem right now for pole. If it were in the Olympics, that would disappear overnight.
Yep. So, do you do anything outside of pole dance? I'm assuming you.
Sure. I have a lot of interests. I love to bike ride. That's one thing that I do with my wife. Chicago has an extensive network of bike paths, and we've done all of them. My favorite bike ride is just going down into the loop along the lakefront to Navy Pier. I treadmill probably every third day. Weight machines, and I like movies. I like science fiction. I like to read. I'm also a ham radio operator, although I'm not currently active with that, but I still keep my license current.
Great.
Electronics, computers, and politics.
Well, we won't talk about that.
Right. Well, just being engaged in general, and just following what's going on and current events and that kind of stuff.
Well, that's great. It's been really great to meet you. I had a great time at the pole jam.
I did too, and now I know I'm going to have to spend a lot of time and solve my pole problem.
Yes, you need to find a space to get a real pole.
Find a space, get a real pole, and consider brass.
Yes, it's great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you later.
All right.
Bye.